This video is for students who have already learned first stripe fighting forms and are getting ready to test. We'll start with number 1. So on the defense side, when I'm blocking, I want to make sure I turn my waist, and when I make contact, I'm using the outside of my forearm to intercept, and then I slide. Now you can see that the punch is past my body, then I clear, create space, and then punch. And then you can see Lena is chambering at the side of her body. Now she's going to punch. And then we go back and forth. And make sure as you're punching, you're aiming for the solar plexus. Make sure you punch towards the solar plexus. And finish your block. A little faster. And faster. Try to reach. That's it. Okay, good. Stop. For number 2, we have 2 punches and 2 blocks, so we want to make sure we turn our waist on both blocks. So the first punch is going to come to the solar plexus, so I'm going to block past my body, clear, and then block past my body. Then punch, punch, block, block. Slow. Make sure you aim for the solar plexus and try to turn your waist on that second block. A little faster. Remember, aim for the solar plexus. It's a little too high. And faster. Try to touch. Okay, good. For number 3, we're going to cover to the inside. So the first punch is going to go to my solar plexus. So I'm going to block to the side here, turning my waist. The second one is going to come to my head, and I turn my waist back. So now I'm square. Then from here, I punch to the solar plexus, and then to the head. Go. Stop. Okay, so we want to still make sure that the elbow is pointed down. So make sure the first punch goes to the solar plexus, the second one goes to the head. Keeping the elbows down on the blocks and making sure we're blocking with the body structure. A little bit faster. Faster. Okay, good. Number 4 is similar to number 3 with an extra punch to the lower ribs. So the first one is going to come to the solar plexus. I'm going to cover on the inside, turn my waist. Then the second one comes to my head. I turn my waist again. And then the third one is going to go low. And then I turn my waist here. And then I punch. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so with this blocks, we still want to make sure that the elbows are down. So after every punch and block, make sure you chamber. Keep the elbows pointed down. Make sure on the high repel that you're using the body structure instead of the arm. It's better. A little bit faster. And faster. Okay, good. With number 5, there are 2 sides. So if I'm going to start with the back fist side here, I'm going to aim for the temple. And then when the punch comes in low, I'm going to block, hooking on the outside of her arm, making sure my elbow is down, and I'm trapping with my other hand, making sure that I'm turning my waist. And then I'm going to punch again. Okay, so one thing to note about the back fist is that it's not a straight arm all the way through. I'm going to move my center, torso, shoulder, elbow, and then the arm instead of a straight arm. So it's going to come out this way. Again. Okay, stop. Now on the other side, so the back fist is going to come to my head. I have to make sure I'm sealing the elbow, blocking with my wrist, and again turning my waist here. And I'm going to punch low and block. Make sure the elbow's down as you're trapping. Hook behind her elbow. And reach for the temple. A little bit faster. Continue to reach for your targets. Make the other person have to turn their waist. Faster. Keep turning that waist. Okay, good. With all the fighting forms, we want to make sure we shift from 4-6 stance to mountain climbing stance, or Silio Bu to Deng Sen Bu. So from Silio Bu here, and Deng Sen Bu.